Hello golfing friends, and welcome to another from my Facebook live videos here, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Before we get started, let me tell you what will be today's video about. It will slightly describe something which is probably the most important topic of mental game of golf, of practical golf psychology that is overlooked by majority of players. It is called immediate response. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Mario Becchi. I am a psychologist who works with professional and amateur golfers, and I am helping them to think better during the play, directly or on the practice range. I just recently published a book which is called Pocket Golf Psychology and is specifically designed for players who are looking for hints for support directly on a golf course, and is describing the power of golfing psychology in a specific hints for specific situations, and additionally which can be customized for own level of play of every player who is using it. So, as I said, I am working with professional and amateur golfers who are seeking the cure or the solution for their issues, because a majority of them are coming to me just because they have some issues with their game. These issues are causing them troubles, confusion, frustration, and many times it leads into a position where they are thinking about abandoning playing golf for good, leaving it where it is and not playing anymore, which is not very good idea, because as we all know, we love to play golf just because of their pure nature. We are not going to play golf to show off. We are going to find that perfect moment which we discovered in the beginnings of our game. However, golf is not all the time fun and joy. Majority of the time, many of golfers are struggling and looking for solutions for these struggles and confusions. My job as a psychologist who works with golfers is to showing golfers how it is possible to think better, more efficiently during playing a game. So how do we do it? Describes that topic I was talking about in the beginning of this video. We are looking for a moment in which we can use the power of golf psychology, and I told it in my previous video. What does psychology do? To remind you on that, psychology identifies, describes and controls our behavior. That means how we act and how we feel. This way we can take control back in our hands and start to think more efficiently during a game, have less stress, and therefore be more efficient in getting birdies, eagles, and so on. So what is the immediate response about? In my training, which is very simple and is described also in that recently published book, which is called Pocket Golf Psychology, I will put a link directly to this book in the description of this video, as well in the comments down below this video, so you have easy access to it. Immediate response is a active feedback to a situation where we are experiencing some stressful situations, some stressful emotions. It may be, for example, in a situation when you are going on the first tee and you have quite difficult hole before you. You are playing along a opponent or player who is better than you, or whom you would like to impress with your golf game. However, what you do, instead of hitting a straight shot, you hit a slice. Then ball goes right into the direction which you don't like to see, and your heart starts to pumping. What causes this is a distressful situation. My book, Pocket Golf Psychology, as well as my training, which stays on 3 simple pillars, talks about also stress. And stress is described in this training very simply, so you can understand, because none of the clients that are working for me are looking for complicated answers. All the complicated answers are written in the old books, who are heavy to drag them on the golf course. However, my Pocket Golf Psychology is very thin, very practical oriented, and you can have it all the time with you directly on the golf course, in your pocket or in your bag. Stress is described in my training very simply, as I said, and the immediate response is the ultimate cure on the stressful situation, on how you can manage to take all that emotions that are controlling your head and thus controlling your swing, because once the head and the attention itself is occupied by other thoughts than thoughts that are directly connected to creating that swing, everything else is not important. In that moment, you are slicing the ball, you are topping the ball, you are playing anything but a good shot. So the immediate response is direct offense against this stressful reaction that is rising inside of you. How do it? Very simply. Our body is mostly mechanical. So what we can do is we can take one part of our body and we try to control it. What we can't control is our heartbeat, but there is one very basic part of our body which we can control, and it is directly connected to our heartbeat. Once we get control over our heartbeat, we can reverse the process of stress. That means that we can calm our heartbeat and therefore not deliver so much oxygen that is created during breathing into our muscles, which are started shaking based on stressful reaction, but in opposite, we are delivering less oxygen in a healthy way, so we can remain healthy and sane in that moment. And this way we put away all the stressful reactions that are creating in our head and are directly influencing our swing. And therefore we can stay all the time in control on the golf course. The best way you can do this is to learn by a very simple, directly oriented and quickly applicable relaxation techniques. About this type of relaxation techniques that are specifically developed for golfing game and mental game of golf, these relaxation techniques are described directly in my training, specifically and very simply in my recently published book, which is called Pocket Golf Psychology, and which is developed for amateur and professional players who have need for using more efficient thinking in the play directly on the golf course or directly on the driving range. You will have access to this book via a link which I will put in the description of this live video, as well as one of the comments down below. How do we take control over our heartbeat? We will discuss in one of our next videos, because these live videos are not meant to be long, so you are not getting bored. If you are interested in a way so you can learn how to take control over your body and your thinking during playing a golf in a very simple way, much different way that you were thought or saw before, you can subscribe to my Facebook page. You can follow it. You can like this video, share this video with your